Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise and get straight to the insights that actually matter. Today, we're diving into something that's rapidly changing the game for students, teachers, basically everyone on a learning journey: artificial intelligence in education. Okay, let's unpack this. Is AI in education truly a help, enhancing learning and making it more accessible than ever before? Or does it pose a significant hindrance, potentially undermining the very essence of human education itself? It's a question with profound implications for how we learn and teach for decades to come, and we've pulled together a stack of sources to get to the heart of it for you.
It's a crucial deep dive, definitely, because AI is actively reshaping classrooms, influencing universities, and, well, transforming educational platforms across the globe as we speak. It's ushering in both unprecedented opportunities and a set of complex challenges that we absolutely must navigate thoughtfully. Our mission today is to extract the most critical insights from the material we've gathered, examining AI's immense potential to personalize learning experiences, streamline administrative processes for educators, and expand access to education in ways we could only dream of before. But we'll also take a really critical look at the serious concerns: the digital divide and equity, the thorny issues of student privacy, and that absolutely irreplaceable human connection that forms the bedrock of meaningful education. It's a true double-edged sword, as you said.
That double-edged sword analogy is perfect. Education has always evolved alongside technological advancements. If you think about it, centuries ago, the printing press democratized books and fundamentally changed how knowledge was shared, moving it out of the monasteries and into homes. Then the internet arrived, unlocking vast digital resources and opening up learning to millions. So when we talk about artificial intelligence, where does it really fit into this long and fascinating lineage of educational innovation? Is it just another tool, or is it something entirely different, maybe a more foundational shift?
It's a brilliant historical lens to start with, because the integration of AI into education isn't as recent as many might imagine. Its roots actually stretch all the way back to the 1960s, with what were then called early computer-based learning systems. A pioneering example from that era was Play-Doh, that's programmed logic for automatic teaching operations. These were really groundbreaking systems designed to deliver quite basic sort of adaptive content, but in doing so, they laid crucial groundwork for the highly sophisticated AI applications we see today. They really started that conversation about individualized instruction on a mass scale, decades ago. Then, as we moved into the 1980s, we saw the emergence of expert systems. These were quite ambitious for their time, attempting to mimic human tutors by providing feedback based on a set of predefined rules. You could imagine a system with a series of if-then statements trying to guide a student through, say, a math problem. But their real-world impact was pretty limited, largely because the computational power available back then just wasn't quite up to the task. These systems were often clunky, rigid, and simply couldn't handle the nuances and complexities of human learning effectively. They were a step, for sure, but a very constrained one. The real turning point, the leap that truly set the stage for the AI experience we have now, came in the 21st century. This era witnessed remarkable exponential advancements across several critical fields: machine learning, which allows computers to learn from data without explicit programming; then natural language processing, or NLP, which gives computers the ability to understand and process human language; and of course the explosion of big data, providing the fuel for these learning algorithms. These three pillars, combined, enabled the creation of truly sophisticated AI tools that could learn, adapt, and interact in ways previously impossible. It was a perfect storm of technological breakthroughs, really. And today, these advancements are manifesting in a wide variety of powerful AI tools right across the educational spectrum. We've got intelligent tutoring systems, like Carnegie Learning's Mathia, which doesn't just present problems, but truly adapts to each student's specific math needs, even identifying where they're making conceptual errors. Then there are automated grading platforms, such as GradeScope, which can evaluate assignments with impressive accuracy, not just multiple choice, but even coding submissions. And certainly, AI is now deeply embedded in modern learning management systems like Google Classroom, streamlining so many of the organizational and administrative aspects of education, making the classroom run smoother. The market growth for these tools is just incredible, underscoring their rapid expansion and perceived value. A 2023 report from a leading economic forum projected that the global AI and education market is set to reach a staggering $20 billion by 2027. That's not just growth. That's a clear indicator of its pervasive, deepening influence.
$20 billion by 2027. Wow. That's not just a big number. That's industry reshaping. It really drives home how quickly this technology is embedding itself in every corner of education. But that projection also makes me wonder, what does the current landscape actually look like on the ground? Here's where it gets really interesting. What are we seeing AI do right now in classrooms and learning environments?
Right, the current applications are incredibly diverse and truly far-reaching. They're touching nearly every aspect of the learning process. Those intelligent tutoring systems we mentioned earlier, they're now highly evolved. They're not just correcting answers, they're analyzing student performance in intricate detail to deliver content that is precisely tailored to their individual needs and learning pace. Imagine a personal tutor that understands exactly where you struggle and adapts its teaching style in real time. It's quite something. Then you have virtual assistants, often in the form of chatbots, which provide round-the-clock question answering. This means students can get help whenever they need it, regardless of time zones or whether their teacher is available, which is honestly a huge boost for independent study. Automated grading systems are no longer just for multiple choice tests. They can evaluate essays, even code submissions, with remarkable accuracy. That frees up truly valuable teacher time that would otherwise be spent on repetitive tasks. And predictive analytics, a crucial area, helps educators identify students who might be at risk of falling behind even before it's obvious. That allows for very early intervention and targeted support. When you look at large-scale platforms like Duolingo, famous for language learning, Khan Academy, which offers comprehensive educational resources across subjects, and Coursera, providing online courses from universities worldwide, they all leverage AI to serve literally millions of learners globally. They offer personalized lessons and demonstrate the incredible scalability of AI in education. It can reach vast numbers of people simultaneously, something traditional education really struggles to do. However, and this is a big however, it's absolutely crucial to acknowledge that the adoption of AI is far from uniform. We see a significant disparity emerging. Wealthier institutions, particularly in developed nations, are often at the forefront, readily integrating cutting-edge AI systems into their curricula and infrastructure. They have the resources, the IT staff, the existing digital backbone. On the other hand, schools in low-income regions frequently struggle with the basics, sometimes lacking reliable internet access or even enough devices for every student. This fundamental disparity in infrastructure sets the stage for both the incredible promises and the serious problems that AI introduces. It creates a digital divide that could potentially exacerbate existing inequalities, making the rich richer and the poor poorer in terms of educational resources.
That disparity is a really important point to keep in mind as we move forward. Yeah, it highlights that the help AI offers isn't universally distributed. But let's pivot for a moment to the optimistic side and explore how AI is genuinely making a positive impact right now. Beyond just market projections, where are we seeing AI truly making a difference for students and teachers?
Well, one of AI's most transformative contributions is undoubtedly personalized learning. For a long time, traditional classrooms have largely adopted a standardized approach, right? A teacher delivers uniform content to a group of students who, in reality, have incredibly diverse needs, learning styles, and paces. AI, however, moves beyond this one-size-fits-all model. It has the capacity to analyze a student's unique learning style, their preferred pace of instruction, and their performance data to create truly tailored learning pathways. This means the system adapts to the student rather than the other way around. It's like having a curriculum custom-built for one person but scalable to millions. For instance, platforms like Dreambox exemplify this. They use machine learning to adjust math lessons in real time. If a student is grasping a concept quickly, the system can automatically increase the difficulty and present more complex problems. Conversely, if they're struggling, it can offer alternative explanations, break down the problem into smaller steps, or provide simpler foundational problems to reinforce understanding. This dynamic, immediate adjustment is incredibly powerful for keeping students in their optimal learning zone. And the impact of such adaptive platforms isn't just theoretical. A 2022 university study found that students using AI-driven adaptive platforms improved their math scores by an average of 15% compared to peers in traditional settings.
15%, that's significant.
It really is. That 15% isn't just a statistic. It signifies a real shift, potentially unlocking math for students who previously felt left behind, transforming "I can't do this" into "I understand." It's about building foundational confidence that ripples through their entire academic journey. And beyond the general student population, AI also offers really significant support for students with special needs, making education far more inclusive. Consider tools like Microsoft's Immersive Reader. It uses NLP to read text aloud, highlight words, even adjust font sizes and line spacing. This is immensely beneficial for students with dyslexia or visual impairments, making digital content accessible where it might have been a barrier before. Similarly, speech-to-text software, like Dragon Naturally Speaking, empowers students with motor disabilities. It allows them to dictate their thoughts and engage with writing tasks, circumventing physical limitations. These technologies truly democratize access.
Yeah, giving them tools they might not have had otherwise.
Exactly, enabling learners who might otherwise face substantial barriers to participate fully in conventional classrooms, giving them a voice and a pathway to engage. What's truly remarkable about AI in this context is its sheer scalability. While personalized attention has historically been a luxury, often limited by teacher-to-student ratios, AI can extend tailored learning to vast populations. Platforms like Khan Academy are a prime example. They use AI to recommend personalized practice problems based on an individual student's progress, serving millions globally. This capability is especially valuable in regions experiencing significant teacher shortages, where providing individualized attention through human instruction alone is simply not feasible. AI helps bridge that gap, offering a form of personalized instruction at a scale previously unimaginable, truly leveling the playing field for access to quality content.
That's a truly compelling argument for personalized learning on a massive scale, like having a million personal tutors. But let's be honest, teachers spend an enormous amount of time on tasks that aren't actually teaching. I mean, grading, admin, organizing. Can AI genuinely help there too? Or are we just replacing one kind of burden with another?
You've hit on a critical pain point for educators. Teachers traditionally spend a truly considerable portion of their day on various administrative tasks. This includes not just grading assignments, but also meticulously tracking attendance, planning lessons, compiling reports, handling parent communication. The list goes on. AI has the capacity to automate many of these processes, thereby allowing educators to reallocate their time and focus more on what truly matters. Direct instruction, engaging deeply with students, fostering that supportive learning environment.
Freeing them up, essentially.
Precisely. Imagine the creative energy freed up. Automated grading systems, for instance, are becoming incredibly sophisticated. Platforms used by major online learning providers and classroom tools can efficiently evaluate multiple choice tests, process written essays, even check code submissions for programming classes, all with impressive accuracy. To give you an idea of their reliability, a 2021 university study revealed that AI grading systems demonstrated 90% consistency with human graders for objective assessments.
90%. Okay.
Yeah, like quizzes or fact-based exams. For more subjective tasks, such as essays, their consistency was still remarkably high at 80%. This level of accuracy, coupled with incredible speed, is a real game changer for workload. Furthermore, AI streamlines various aspects of classroom management. Tools like Google Classroom and Microsoft Teams integrate features for scheduling, seamlessly distributing assignments, facilitating communication with just a few clicks. This significantly reduces the administrative burden, freeing teachers from countless hours of manual tasks. This benefit is particularly pronounced in maybe rural schools or those with limited resources, where staff are often stretched thin. For example, a 2023 case study in South Africa highlighted this. Schools using AI-powered management systems saw a 30% reduction in teachers' administrative time.
30% reduction, that's huge.
It is. And that direct time saving translated into more opportunities for direct student interaction and instructional planning, which is just invaluable.
That's fascinating. So AI can free up teachers to teach, personalized learning. But what about the bigger picture? Expanding access globally, especially in underserved areas. Can AI really democratize learning for millions, maybe even billions, who currently lack it?
This is truly where AI holds immense, almost revolutionary potential for democratization. It can make high-quality educational resources accessible to communities that have historically been profoundly underserved. Think of it. Online platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and Byju's are employing AI to recommend relevant courses and deliver content to learners across the globe, irrespective of their geographical location or economic standing. This levels the playing field significantly, bypassing traditional brick-and-mortar limitations. In many regions, traditional schools are scarce, maybe overpopulated, or just difficult to access. Here, AI-driven mobile applications are transforming the landscape by bringing education directly to students' devices. A compelling example is Byju's, which currently offers interactive lessons to over 100 million students in India alone, many in rural areas with few traditional teachers. This mobile accessibility bridges critical gaps, turning a simple smartphone into a portable classroom. And language barriers, always a significant hurdle in global education. But AI is actively tackling this challenge head-on. Real-time translation tools like Google Translate are being integrated into major educational platforms like Moodle. This allows non-native speakers to access complex content in their preferred language, dissolving a major barrier.
Ah, that's clever.
It really is. In places like sub-Saharan Africa, where students often learn in a second or third language, these tools are genuinely transformative. They allow for deeper comprehension and engagement. A 2024 Global Education Body report estimated AI translation tools increased access to educational content for 25 million learners, specifically in multilingual regions. That's a profound impact. Even in crisis zones, AI is proving to be a lifeline. Organizations like UNICEF have deployed AI-powered apps to deliver essential literacy and numeracy lessons to children living in refugee camps, environments where traditional schooling infrastructure is often completely unavailable or destroyed. These initiatives underscore AI's potential to bridge educational gaps in even the most challenging environments, providing continuity and hope. It's about meeting learners exactly where they are, literally and figuratively.
It's truly incredible to hear how AI is reaching learners in such challenging circumstances. Remote villages, refugee camps. Amazing.
Yeah.
But how does AI support the teachers themselves? Does it empower them, offer new tools, or does it just change their job description, maybe make them feel obsolete?
That's a great question. AI is indeed transforming student learning, but it's also empowering educators through professional development in powerful new ways, augmenting their capabilities. Platforms like TeachFX, for example, use AI to analyze classroom interactions. This means it can provide teachers with detailed, objective feedback on their teaching practices, like the balance between teacher talk versus student discussion, or how often they ask open-ended questions. This kind of objective, data-driven feedback can be incredibly insightful for professional growth.
Seeing their classroom from a different angle.
Exactly, allowing teachers to see their own classroom dynamics from a new perspective. The positive outcomes are clear too. A 2023 pilot in California schools found that teachers using TeachFX and implementing the AI-generated feedback saw an 18% increase in student engagement. This demonstrates AI's ability to offer actionable insights that directly improve teaching effectiveness, leading to more dynamic, student-centered learning environments. AI also supports ongoing learning for educators themselves, offering what we might call always-on professional development. Platforms like Athena use AI to analyze recorded lessons, providing insights into classroom dynamics and suggesting specific areas for improvement. This data-driven approach allows teachers to refine their practice continuously without needing costly, often inconvenient, in-person training. This is particularly impactful in developing countries where traditional professional development opportunities might be limited. AI-driven tools offer scalable, affordable solutions that can reach many educators, helping them improve their skills without breaking the bank.
We often hear concerns that AI might stifle creativity or critical thinking, by doing too much for students, spoon-feeding them. But you're suggesting the opposite is possible, that it can actually foster those skills.
Yeah.
How does that work? That challenges a lot of common assumptions.
It does, and it's an excellent question. Far from stifling creativity, AI can actually enhance it when used thoughtfully as a tool for exploration and refinement, not a replacement for thinking. Consider creative fields. Tools like Canva, with its AI design suggestions, or Adobe's Sensei features, allow students to experiment with complex projects while getting real-time guidance. This iterative process, guided by AI, can help students quickly prototype ideas, overcome creative blocks, explore possibilities they might not have considered. It encourages broader experimentation. In writing, AI provides sophisticated assistance without replacing the student's voice. Grammarly and Pro Writing Aid, for instance, use AI to suggest improvements in style, grammar, structure. They help students refine their expression, ensure ideas are communicated effectively without compromising their unique voice.
So it's like a super editor.
Kind of, yeah. It's not AI writing for them, but acting as a very intelligent, always available editor, pointing out areas for improvement. A 2024 university study found students using AI writing tools reported a 20% increase in confidence in their writing abilities. That's significant for foundational skills. In STEM science, technology, engineering, math, AI actively fosters problem solving and critical thinking in hands-on ways. Platforms like Replit use AI to suggest code improvements, helping students learn programming through practical application, trial, and error in a supportive environment. Instant feedback helps them iterate and understand concepts more deeply. Similarly, IBM's Watson has been used in high schools to help students analyze complex data sets, encouraging data-driven inquiry.
Getting them used to advanced tools early on.
Right. exposing them to techniques typically reserved for higher education. It's about tackling more complex problems with AI as a partner. The real-world impact is notable too. A 2024 university case study showed students using AI in project-based learning were 25% more likely to pursue STEM careers. They cited increased engagement and confidence developed through using AI as a collaborative problem-solving tool. So AI can be a catalyst for career aspirations, not just academic performance.
So AI helps students become more confident, creative, critical thinkers. That's really impressive. What about people already out of school or just looking to continually learn and improve throughout their careers? Lifelong learning is becoming absolutely essential.
This is another vital area where AI is profoundly transforming education, adult and lifelong learning. In today's rapidly evolving job market, continuous upskilling and reskilling isn't a luxury. It's an absolute imperative for career relevance. AI platforms are stepping up to address this challenge efficiently. Platforms like LinkedIn Learning and Degreed use sophisticated algorithms to recommend courses tailored to an individual's career goals and identified skill gaps. To illustrate, imagine a software engineer needing to learn about AI to stay competitive. An AI platform might recommend machine learning courses, track their progress, suggest projects, even help them earn certifications, all aligned with market needs. This highly personalized approach ensures learning is efficient and directly applicable. The effectiveness is backed by data, too. A 2023 report found 68% of professionals using AI-driven learning platforms completed courses faster than those using traditional methods.
Faster completion rates, interesting.
Yeah, it highlights AI's ability to make lifelong learning not just accessible, but also more efficient, targeted, and relevant for busy professionals who need to adapt quickly.
We've heard a lot about AI's incredible potential to help. But now, okay, we need to turn to the other side of the coin. What are the complex challenges and significant concerns that could actually hinder AI's effectiveness if we don't address them head on? So what does this all mean for the potential downsides?
That's a crucial pivot, absolutely. Because for all its promise, AI's integration carries substantial risks that could indeed hinder its effectiveness and even exacerbate existing problems. One of the most pressing concerns is equity and the digital divide. AI's promise of democratizing education hinges on access to technology, and that access remains profoundly uneven globally. According to a sobering 2023 report from a global education body, a staggering 43% of students worldwide lack reliable internet access.
43%, wow.
And 26% don't have personal devices like smartphones or computers. This means a significant portion of the global student population simply cannot access AI-powered learning tools no matter how good they are. It's a fundamental barrier. This disparity risks exacerbating existing educational inequalities. Wealthier institutions can readily adopt cutting-edge AI systems, giving their students personalized experiences. Meanwhile, schools in low-income regions often struggle with basic infrastructure, let alone resources for advanced AI. A 2024 study found schools in affluent U.S. districts were 3 times more likely to use AI tutoring systems than those in low-income areas. That highlights a widening gap even within well-resourced countries.
So it's not just global, it's within nations too.
Precisely. It's not just about technology access, it's about perpetuating existing socioeconomic disparities through educational means. Even when technology is available, AI systems themselves might not be truly inclusive. Many are developed primarily in Western contexts and may fail to account for cultural or linguistic diversity. Imagine an AI tutor trained only on American English. It might struggle with regional accents, colloquialisms, different pedagogical approaches. It could alienate learners. A vivid example occurred in 2023 in India. An AI platform misinterpreted regional dialects, leading to inaccurate, frustrating feedback. This underscores the need for AI to be culturally and linguistically aware to truly serve everyone. Otherwise, it just creates new barriers. Another significant set of concerns revolves around privacy and data security. AI in education, by its nature, relies on collecting vast amounts of data. Performance metrics, behavioral patterns, how long they spend on a problem where they click personal information.
Yeah, that's a lot of data on kids.
It is. The sheer volume and sensitivity raise serious privacy issues. In 2022, a data breach at an AI platform exposed personal info of 2 million students. That sparked widespread outrage. It wasn't just data points, it was children's identities at risk. While regulations like GDPR in Europe and FERPA in the US exist, enforcement can be inconsistent. Many AI tools operate in a kind of regulatory gray area. What this means is the laws haven't quite caught up to the tech's capabilities. It's hard to know how data is truly handled. Furthermore, Furthermore, students and parents are often unaware of how their data is used or if it's shared. Some platforms share data with third-party vendors for analytics or even targeted advertising.
Advertising, based on student data.
It happens. This raises serious ethical questions about consent and transparency, especially with minors. A 2024 survey found 70% of parents were concerned about data privacy in AI tools, with 45% saying they'd actively limit their children's use. That shows strong public apprehension. There's also a considerable risk of over-reliance on technology for both students and educators. AI's ability to provide instant feedback is efficient, yes, but it can inadvertently lead to students becoming overly dependent. This dependence can undermine their ability to think independently, problem solve without prompts, develop mastery through struggle. A 2024 study observed students using AI writing assistants showed a 10% reduction in long-term writing skill development.
So they weren't learning from mistakes.
Potentially, yes. By relying on the tool, they were missing crucial opportunities to learn from mistakes themselves and internalize good writing rules. It's a fundamental skill. For teachers, over-reliance on AI could diminish their vital role in subtle but profound ways. Automated grading is efficient, but might miss nuances, creativity, effort, unique insights. This could lead to unfair or incomplete evaluations. There's also the risk of de-skilling, where teachers lose expertise as AI takes over tasks like curriculum design or assessment. A 2023 Education Association report warned that over-automation could erode teachers' professional autonomy and expertise, turning them into mere facilitators of tech. And tying into that, ethical challenges in AI-driven assessment are a major concern. AI grading systems aren't infallible, especially with subjective assessments. An essay often requires cultural or emotional insight AI struggles with. In 2023, an AI tool misinterpreted an essay on Indigenous history, giving it a low score because it couldn't recognize the cultural context.
Wow. That's a huge failing.
It sparked significant debate about AI's limits in assessing complex, human-centered work where context is everything. Furthermore, there's risk AI assessments might prioritize easily measurable outcomes above all else, neglecting holistic development. Our education systems already lean heavily on standardized tests. AI could exacerbate this, focusing on quantifiable metrics like scores. This might overlook crucial skills. Creativity, empathy, collaboration, critical thinking in areas not easily measured. A 2024 study found AI assessments undervalued creative writing by 15% compared to human evaluations. A clear bias towards the easily measured, not necessarily the most valuable. Perhaps one of the most profound concerns resonating deeply with many educators is the potential loss of the human element. Education is fundamentally human, built on relationships, subtle cues, shared laughter, mentorship. AI, no matter how advanced, simply cannot replicate the empathy, intuition, or true mentorship a human provides. A teacher can perceive disengagement, understand underlying reasons, maybe a difficult home life, lack of confidence, offer tailored encouragement in a way an AI, limited by algorithms, might not.
That human touch.
Exactly. That emotional and relational aspect is central to effective learning and development. Supporting this, a 2024 survey found 68% of students actually preferred human-led classes over purely AI-driven ones, citing the lack of personal connection. Furthermore, AI-powered virtual classrooms may lack the rich social dynamics crucial for developing social skills, negotiation, teamwork, active listening. This could potentially impact emotional and social development, especially for younger learners. A 2023 study found students in AI-driven virtual classrooms reported higher feelings of isolation compared to traditional settings, underscoring the vital need for human interaction.
These are truly significant concerns, highlighting the delicate balance we must strike between innovation and safeguarding the core human experience of education. Now let's move from these broader discussions to specific real-world scenarios. What's fascinating here is how these dynamics both help and hindrance play out in actual educational systems around the globe. Can you walk us through some compelling examples?
Absolutely. Examining case studies helps ground these concepts in reality, shows us where the rubber meets the road. First, let's look at AI in Finland's education system. Finland's renowned for its equitable, student-centered philosophy. They've embraced AI to enhance learning while carefully preserving their core pedagogical principles. Their AI platform, Clandid, uses machine learning to analyze student engagement, recommend resources, and crucially, provide teachers with actionable insights into classroom dynamics, identifying patterns, not just data points. In a 2023 pilot program across 50 Finnish schools, Clandid achieved impressive results. Increased student engagement by 20%, especially among struggling learners. Teachers reported the platform's analytics helped them identify at-risk students much earlier, allowing timely, targeted human interventions.
So AI supports the human teacher there.
Precisely. However, it's vital to note Finland's success is deeply tied to its robust tech infrastructure and already highly equitable system, consistent access to devices, high-speed internet. This success raises an important question. Are such outcomes easily replicable in less resourced contexts, where the digital divide is a major barrier? It might be a model for the well-equipped, but maybe not a universal solution. Our second case study takes us to rural India. A very different landscape: teacher shortages, vast distances, limited infrastructure. Here, AI platforms like Byju's and Vedantu have played a truly transformative role. They deliver interactive lessons via smartphones, reaching students in extremely remote areas. Byju's, for example, now serves over 100 million students, offering AI-driven lessons mainly in math and science. A 2024 study found students using these platforms improved test scores by an average of 12%. That's a huge gain in a system needing to reach so many. Despite these successes, significant challenges persist. Many rural students still lack reliable internet. Even when available, the cost of premium features can be prohibitive for low-income families, creating a new layer of inequality.
Ah, the cost factor again.
Yes. Furthermore, the strong focus on test preparation in some platforms raises concerns about rote learning. Critics argue they prioritize high exam performance over cultivating critical thinking or creativity essential for holistic development, but harder to measure. It's a trade-off: access and measurable scores versus deeper, less tangible skills. Next, let's consider AI in U.S. higher education, specifically Georgia Tech. They've been pioneers integrating AI into online courses. They developed an AI teaching assistant, Jill Watson, using IBM's Watson Tech to answer student questions in online courses, reducing human instructor workload. Jill handles routine queries, assignments, deadlines, logistics. A 2023 evaluation found students rated Jill's responses helpful 85% of the time, comparable to human TAs.
So good for the routine stuff.
Exactly. Demonstrating efficiency for repetitive tasks, allowing human TAs to focus on more complex interactions. However, students also express frustration when Jill failed to understand complex or nuanced questions, especially those needing deeper contextual knowledge or abstract concepts. This highlights a crucial point. While AI manages routine tasks well, there's still a clear need for human oversight and intervention. It also underscores AI's current limits in handling sophisticated academic discussions or providing the deep, intuitive insights a human expert can offer. Jill is a powerful tool, but not a complete replacement. Our final case study. Sub-Saharan Africa, a region where access to education is severely limited by poverty, conflict, vast distances. Here, AI is making inroads via innovative mobile-based solutions. The nonprofit Aneza Education uses AI to deliver SMS-based lessons in countries like Kenya, Ghana, Uganda. What's particularly effective is the platform adapts content to skill level and gives feedback via simple packed messages, accessible even on basic mobile phones, far more common than smartphones there.
Meeting people where they are technologically.
Precisely. A 2024 evaluation found Aneza's AI-driven lessons demonstrably increased literacy rates by 10% among primary students in rural areas, a tangible positive impact on foundational skills. Nevertheless, persistent challenges remain. Limited phone ownership is still a barrier for some. Unreliable network coverage disrupts learning. Furthermore, ensuring cultural relevance of AI content is ongoing. AI-generated material may not always align with local curricula, languages, or cultural nuances, underscoring the critical need for region-specific development and localization to maximize effectiveness and avoid alienating learners.
These case studies really paint a picture of AI's diverse impacts, both profound possibilities and stubborn realities. Looking ahead now, what are the emerging trends we should be watching for, and what challenges must we absolutely overcome to realize AI's full potential responsibly, ensuring it serves all students well?
The future of AI in education is certainly dynamic, with several fascinating trends emerging. We're seeing AI-powered virtual and augmented reality, VRR, creating truly immersive learning environments. Imagine virtual science labs for complex experiments without physical equipment, or historical simulations walking through ancient cities. A 2024 Australian pilot found VRR increased student engagement by 30%. That points to its potential for captivating learners in new ways. Another intriguing, maybe slightly controversial trend is emotion recognition AI, tools aiming to analyze facial expressions or voice tone to gauge student engagement or well-being.
Emotion recognition. That sounds tricky.
It is. While promising for alerting teachers to struggling students, it raises significant privacy concerns about surveillance. It will require robust ethical guidelines to prevent misuse or misinterpretation. We're also seeing the rise of AI-driven career guidance platforms, analyzing job market trends, recommending career paths based on skills and interests. This could empower students to make highly informed decisions, especially in rapidly changing industries. Crucially, as concerns grow, ethical AI frameworks are being developed. Organizations like UNESCO are actively creating guidelines emphasizing fairness, transparency, accountability, ensuring AI serves all learners equitably. To truly realize AI's potential, several fundamental challenges must be tackled head-on. First, significant infrastructure investment. Governments and institutions must prioritize robust broadband access, widespread device distribution to bridge the digital divide. Public-private partnerships could be key, especially in low-income regions. Second, comprehensive teacher training is non-negotiable. Educators need programs equipping them with technical skills and deep understanding of ethical considerations. The goal is empowerment using AI as a tool enhancing capabilities, not a crutch replacing expertise. Third, bias mitigation is critical. AI systems must be trained on diverse data sets to avoid perpetuating or amplifying societal biases. An AI tutor should be rigorously tested across cultural and linguistic contexts for genuine inclusivity, not just for a narrow demographic. Finally, we must strike that delicate balance between leveraging AI's efficiency and preserving the human connection, intentionally designing AI tools that complement, not replace, human educators, ensuring warmth, empathy, mentorship remain central. In an ideal future, we envision AI as a genuine partner to educators, handling routine tasks, providing real-time insights, offering tailored resources. This frees teachers for their unique human strengths, mentoring, inspiring curiosity, fostering critical thinking, creativity, empathy.
So AI does the admin, teachers do the inspiring.
In a nutshell, yes. Classrooms transform into dynamic spaces. AI supports individualized pathways, while teachers cultivate higher-order thinking and human qualities AI can't replicate. Achieving this vision requires ongoing, dedicated collaboration technologists, educators, policymakers working together to ensure AI genuinely serves all learners responsibly.
That vision paints a hopeful picture, a true partnership. But beyond the practicalities, there are deeper ethical implications and diverse viewpoints. This raises an important question. Who decides what's right? And how do different groups perceive AI's role in shaping education's future?
That's a profound point. The ethical implications extend well beyond privacy and equity into fundamental questions of responsibility and power. Questions about accountability. If an AI system errors, misgrades an exam, recommends bad content, misidentifies learning style, who's responsible? Clear guidelines, robust oversight, transparent processes are urgently needed to address these scenarios, ensure accountability is maintained. Another core concern, AI reinforcing existing power dynamics. When systems are developed mainly by large corporations, there's a risk their focus might prioritize profit over educational outcomes.
The commercialization aspect.
Exactly, leading to further commercialization of learning not always aligned with public good. Advocating for open source AI, transparent development could help mitigate this, ensuring AI serves the broader community. Furthermore, student agency is critical. AI systems overly guiding or controlling learning might undermine a student's ability to take ownership, make choices, fail, and learn independently. Designing AI to empower and support, not direct, is essential for fostering independence and critical thinking. When we talk stakeholder perspectives, it's a mixed bag, reflecting the complexity. Educators, for instance, have nuanced feelings. A 2024 survey found 62% optimistic about AI enhancing teaching, recognizing benefits, but 78% emphasized the crucial need for comprehensive training, and 45% expressed concerns about job security, erosion of classroom authority, clear apprehension about their future role. Students offer valuable insights. 2023 focus groups showed appreciation for AI homework help, personalized practice convenience, interactivity, yet frustration when systems couldn't handle complex questions or lacked cultural context, revealing AI's limits. High schoolers especially preferred human feedback on creative assignments, underscoring the value of human judgment in subjective areas. Parents often approach AI with skepticism, particularly regarding data privacy. That 2024 survey showed 70% concerned about data use, 45% would consider limiting use. This clearly indicates transparent communication about data practices, robust security are essential for building parental trust. Without it, adoption faces resistance. Policymakers face the delicate challenge: create regulations protecting users while encouraging innovation. The EU's proposed AI Act includes specific provisions for education, like mandatory transparency.
Setting a potential standard.
Right, aiming to balance tech advancement and ethical oversight, showing governance trying to catch up. Finally, technologists emphasize AI's immense potential, but acknowledge the need for ethical guidelines, inclusive design. A recent AI summit highlight involving educators and students in development is crucial. Ensuring tools meet real needs aren't just solutions looking for problems. Synthesizing these into broader global trends, we see distinct approaches. North America, driven by innovation, investment, Coursera, Khan. But urban-rural disparities remain. Europe, emphasis on regulation, ethics. Finland, Germany, setting high standards for responsible use. Asia, hotspot for adoption, scale. China's Squirrel AI, India's Byju's, but concerns about rote learning, digital divides persist. Africa, AI addressing critical gaps via mobile learning, Haneza, but infrastructure, cultural relevance barriers remain. Latin America, embracing AI for access. Platzi. But economic constraints, uneven internet limit scalability.
Given all we've discussed, the incredible potential significant risks, varied global experiences, what are the actionable steps? How do we truly harness AI's potential while mitigating risks effectively? How do we move forward responsibly?
Okay, to maximize benefits and mitigate risks, several key recommendations stand out for stakeholders. First, fundamentally, invest in infrastructure. Governments, organizations must prioritize widespread broadband access, device distribution to bridge the digital divide. Without basic connectivity, AI tools can't reach those who need them most. Second, crucial, train educators. Develop comprehensive professional development equipping teachers with skills for effective and ethical AI use. Not just tech proficiency, but understanding meaningful integration into pedagogy, supporting human instruction. Empower teachers, don't replace them. Third, we absolutely must develop ethical guidelines. Global standards are paramount. Addressing privacy, algorithmic bias, clear accountability. We can draw from existing frameworks like UNESCO's AI ethics recommendations to build robust, universally applicable standards ensuring fairness, transparency. Fourth, essential, foster collaboration. Technologists, educators, policymakers must actively work together designing AI tools. Ensures tools are technologically advanced and meet diverse student needs, integrate seamlessly into real context. Cross-disciplinary input is vital. And finally, perhaps most importantly, we must prioritize human connection. AI should always complement, never replace, human educators. The mentorship, empathy, intuitive understanding a teacher provides are central to holistic, meaningful learning. These invaluable human elements must be preserved.
Keep the human at the heart of it.
Exactly. AI should enhance human-to-human interaction, not diminish it.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it's abundantly clear that AI in education is truly that double-edged sword. It offers transformative benefits, profound ways to help students and teachers, but also presents significant challenges we just cannot ignore.
Precisely. As a help, AI personalizes learning incredibly, automates tasks freeing educators, dramatically expands access globally, can even foster creativity and critical thinking, makes education more inclusive, efficient. However, as a potential hindrance, it risks widening inequalities via the digital divide, compromising student privacy through vast data collection, and perhaps most crucially, diminishing that fundamental human connection, defining true learning and mentorship. It's a powerful tool needing thoughtful stewardship.
The path forward, then, relies entirely on thoughtful, intentional implementation. It's not if we use AI, but how we choose to integrate it.
Right. Absolutely. Our vision is that AI, with careful stewardship, conscious design, can empower both students and educators. It can help us create an education system that is truly equitable, engaging, and effective for everyone, without ever replacing the invaluable human element that makes learning meaningful and transformative. The goal isn't automating humanity out of the classroom, but enhancing human potential within it, freeing educators to focus on what only they can do.
A powerful thought to consider. How will the balance between human intuition and artificial intelligence ultimately redefine what it means to be well-educated and truly wise in the coming decades? That's a question for all of us to mull over as this technology continues to evolve. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. If you enjoyed this conversation, remember to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more deep dives into the topics that matter.
Hello, welcome to the Learn English Lab. Today's podcast, English Listening Practice Podcast topic name is The Impact of AI on Careers. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's, well, it's everywhere, isn't it? It's really reshaping our professional lives, the profound impact of artificial intelligence on careers. We've got some fascinating insights lined up on this transformation, and our goal today is really to cut through the hype, pull out the essential knowledge, and show you what this huge shift really means for your career path. Because, for a lot of people, AI feels a bit like a tidal wave. It's disruptive, sure, with automation, but it's also incredibly rich with new, maybe surprising opportunities.
That's a really important point to make right away. We hear so much about the disruption, and that's real, absolutely. But the sheer number of new roles AI is actually creating, that's just as significant. It really is this dual force.
It is. You see that tension everywhere. On one side, there's that common worry, is AI going to take my job? And look, it's a fair question. The data does point to pretty significant potential automation. We're talking estimates like, up to 30% of current tasks could be automated by 2030?
Mm-hmm. And some reports even flag around 85 million jobs potentially seeing some kind of displacement by, say, 2027.
Yeah, and you see it happening already, right? In manufacturing, AI-powered robots are making production lines much leaner. Or think about retail, customer service self-checkouts, those AI chatbots handling basic questions. That reduces the need for some frontline staff.
Right. Even admin work is changing fast. Tools, scheduling meetings, sorting your emails, drafting reports.
And transportation, too, with self-driving tech bubbling up.
But here's the crucial thing, I think. AI tends to automate tasks, specific repetitive things, not usually entire jobs wholesale. While it's great at, data entry or answering simple FAQs, it just can't replicate strategic thinking or creative problem solving or that nuanced emotional intelligence humans have.
That human touch.
Exactly. Those distinctly human skills, they remain vital. In fact, they often become more valuable because the routine stuff gets handled.
That's such an important distinction. It really shifts the conversation from just job loss to job evolution. So, okay, some tasks are automated, but that is definitely not the whole picture. Because here's the exciting part. AI isn't just taking roles, it's creating them. And fast. We've seen something like a, 74% year-over-year jump in AI-related job postings.
That's right. And predictions suggest maybe 97 million new jobs by 2027, which suggests a net gain, actually.
A net gain. And these are interesting jobs, too. We're talking completely new career paths fueled by AI. Think AI specialists, data scientists, machine learning engineers, the people building these systems.
And then there are roles like AI ethicists, making sure algorithms are fair, unbiased. That's huge. Crossing tech with social values.
Definitely. Or human AI interaction designers, making the tech easy and intuitive to use, like the voice behind Siri or Alexa. Someone designed that interaction.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget AI trainers, data annotators, people providing that human guidance AI needs to learn. Plus, cybersecurity folks protecting all this new AI infrastructure.
It's fascinating how quickly these niches pop up. Roles that just a few years back, didn't even exist.
Totally. You see whole companies forming just to push AI research forward, creating this entirely new ecosystem of high-skill jobs, even while routine tasks elsewhere are being automated.
Okay, so let's dig into specific industries. How does this transformation look on the ground? Maybe start with healthcare. AI seems to be making huge waves there.
Oh, absolutely. In healthcare, AI is doing incredible things. Diagnostics, for example, tools analyzing medical images, spotting cancer sometimes even more accurately than human experts, and virtual health assistants offering patient support around the clock. Plus, AI is speeding up drug discovery like crazy, predicting protein structures, saving years in research.
So what does that mean for careers? Doctors, nurses?
Their roles are evolving, not disappearing. They need to be tech-savvy now, comfortable working with these AI tools, interpreting the outputs, making those final, crucial human judgments. And new roles are popping up: clinical data scientists, health informatics specialists. Take Leela, for instance, a nurse in Boston. Her hospital brought in AI for predictive patient outcomes. At first, it was just numbers on a screen, right? But she took a data literacy course. Suddenly, she could interpret those AI predictions, translate them for the team, even spot where the AI might be missing something. She became this essential human bridge. Indispensable.
That's a fantastic example of tech enhancing human skill. Does that hold true in education too? How's AI changing teaching?
Very similar pattern. AI helps personalize learning, adapting lessons to what each student needs. It automates admin stuff like grading, scheduling, helps with plagiarism checks too. The impact. Teachers stay central, but their role shifts more towards facilitating learning with these tech tools. Like Sarah, a high school teacher in California, she uses AI tools to whip up customized lesson plans quickly. That frees her up for more one-on-one mentoring, more creative activities.
Right, so it enhances the human connection, ideally.
Exactly, and it sparks new roles like edtech developers, curriculum designers, figuring out how best to weave AI into learning.
Okay, what about the creative fields? There's a lot of anxiety there, artists, writers worried about AI.
It's definitely more about collaboration than replacement from what we're seeing. Visual arts tools like Midjourney, they can generate amazing concept art from text prompts, supercharging brainstorming.
Right, I've seen some of that.
AI can compose background music. It helps writers with drafts, editing, even film editing and script writing are getting AI assists. The key insight is creatives are collaborating with AI, using it to boost productivity, explore ideas they wouldn't have time for otherwise. Think of Emma, a graphic designer in London. She uses Midjourney for initial concepts, gets hundreds of ideas in minutes instead of hours sketching, but she still does the refinement, the artistic vision.
So it speeds up the grunt work?
Precisely. It supercharges that initial phase. And new roles are emerging, like prompt engineers, people who get really good at talking to AI and AI content curators.
Interesting. Okay, let's pivot to finance. Money moves with AI now, right?
Oh, big time. Robo-advisors managing investments are common. Banks use AI constantly for fraud detection, catching dodgy transactions in real time.
Saves billions, I bet.
Absolutely. High-frequency trading is dominated by AI algorithms analyzing market data incredibly fast. Even customer service often starts with an AI chatbot. For human analysts and advisors, they're incorporating AI for deeper data analysis, better predictions. Like Raj, an advisor in New York, he learned to use AI analytics, offered much smarter investment advice, really boosted his reputation, and you see new roles like algorithmic traders, AI compliance officers.
Makes sense. Now, what about the more physical industries? Manufacturing, logistics, traditionally very hands-on, same patterns.
We are, yes. AI is driving huge automation and optimization there. Smart factories using AI to monitor production, predict when machines need maintenance.
Avoiding costly downtime.
Exactly. Optimizing supply chains, think Amazon warehouses with those robots zipping around. AI vision systems doing quality control checks faster and more accurately than humans. Now, yes, traditional assembly line work is declining, but new roles are growing fast. Robotics technicians, AI supply chain analysts, predictive maintenance engineers. Look at Carlos, a factory worker in Michigan. He saw automation coming, got retrained as an AI system operator. Now he manages the robots. It's a shift, off into a higher skilled, better paying job.
So adaptation is key there too. What about retail and e-commerce? We probably bump into AI there daily.
Oh, constantly. Personalization is huge, those product recommendations that feel like they read your mind. That's AI.
Creepy, but effective.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It optimizes inventory, reducing waste, handles customer service chats, even virtual try-on tools online. For retail workers, the roles are shifting. Like Aisha, a store manager in Chicago. She uses AI analytics for inventory, which lets her focus way more on creating a great in-store customer experience.
So the human element becomes more focused on interaction.
You got it. And you see new roles like AI-driven marketing specialists, e-commerce data analysts emerging too.
Okay, last industry deep dive. Legal and compliance. Seems very human-centric, lots of judgment calls. How does AI fit?
It's transforming it by automating the really tedious parts. AI tools can now review contracts way faster than humans, spotting potential issues. Legal research that took days, AI could do it in seconds, finding relevant cases. It also helps companies track complex regulations.
So lawyers aren't obsolete.
Not at all. They gain efficiency. But human judgment for strategy, for client interaction, for court appearances, still absolutely essential. Maria, a paralegal in San Francisco, learned AI contract analysis tools, made her incredibly valuable, freeing her up for more complex work. And again, new roles, AI legal tech specialists, compliance data analysts.
Okay, it's crystal clear. Across the board, having some AI know-how isn't just a plus anymore, it's becoming essential. So what are the core skills people need to cultivate? I'd start with basic tech literacy, right? Not coding genius, but understanding the fundamentals.
Spot on. Yeah, foundational programming helps, maybe Python or R for data work. But also just being familiar with AI tools, even the no-code platforms like Google's AutoML. They let you use AI without deep coding skills. And crucially, data literacy. Being able to understand, interpret, and question the outputs AI gives you.
Like Tom, the marketing manager you mentioned earlier, he took a Python course, used AI for customer analysis, got better results, got promoted, real tangible benefit. Okay, skill 2, adaptability. This field changes so fast, you have to be flexible.
Absolutely critical. Adaptability means embracing continuous learning, keeping up with trends through blogs, webinars, whatever works for you. It also means being willing to experiment. Try out AI tools in your job. Like Priya, the project manager who started using AI features in her project software. It streamlined things for her team because she was willing to try.
Makes total sense. Third skill, critical thinking. AI is not perfect. We still need humans to check its work, basically.
Definitely. AI can make mistakes. It can inherit biases from its training data. So we need humans to interpret outputs critically, question assumptions, and crucially, spot those biases, especially in sensitive areas like hiring or loan applications.
Right, like Jamal, the HR manager who caught the hiring tool bias. That human oversight prevented unfairness.
Exactly. It's non-negotiable.
Okay, finally, soft skills. The things AI just can't do.
Yeah, this is huge. Creativity, thinking innovatively, solving problems in new ways, empathy, understanding people, building relationships, connecting on a human level, and communication, explaining complex things clearly, articulating a vision. Think of Chloe, the sales rep. Her emotional intelligence built client trust. The AI helped find leads, but she closed the deals through connection. That synergy is powerful.
So if you're listening and thinking, okay, how do I build these? Good news is resources are everywhere now. Online courses start with something like AI for everyone, boot camps for intensive skills, certifications from tech companies, and just practice. Tinker with free tools. Now look, while there's tons of opportunity, we do have to talk about the challenges. Job displacement is a real concern, especially for repetitive roles.
It is. Studies do point to potential impacts, especially in areas like manufacturing. The best strategy, actively upskill. Focus on areas AI can't easily replicate. Strategic thinking, complex problem solving, human interaction, like Juan, the warehouse worker who retrained to maintain the robots. He secured a better, more future-proof role by adapting.
Then there's the ethical side. AI bias is a serious issue.
Huge concern. Facial recognition, misidentifying certain groups, hiring algorithms showing bias. It's critical. Navigation here means advocating for ethical AI practices in your workplace, maybe even taking courses on AI ethics to understand the risks.
Good point. And the skills gap. Not everyone has equal access to this training.
True, and it could widen inequality. Personally, you need to be proactive. Seek out free resources, YouTube, open source tools, check community colleges, libraries. They often have affordable tech courses. Be resourceful.
Okay, last challenge. Just burnout from the speed of change. It feels overwhelming sometimes.
It really can. It's vital to pace yourself. Focus on learning one thing at a time, not everything at once. Prioritize your well-being and see if your employer offers support, like training time or mental health resources. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Absolutely. Looking globally now, AI's impact isn't the same everywhere, is it? We see different patterns.
Definitely. North America is big on innovation, lots of AI engineer demand, but also seeing some clear displacement. Europe, strong focus on ethics, regulation. The EU AI Act is creating jobs and compliance.
Interesting.
Asia sees massive investment, tons of AI startups. And Africa is using AI creatively in agriculture, healthcare, sparking entrepreneurship, though training access can still be a challenge.
You mentioned Amina, the farmer in Kenya.
Yeah, great example. Using an AI app for crop yields, but also training as a data annotator on the side. That shows how new opportunities can emerge anywhere, combining traditional sectors with new tech roles.
That's really cool. So looking ahead, 2030 and beyond, what trends are emerging?
Definitely more human AI collaboration. These centaur models, where humans and AI work together, each playing to their strengths. Think doctors using AI diagnostics, but making the final call. Writers co-creating with AI tools.
Synergy.
Exactly. Also, AI enhancing remote work, even for better virtual tools, AI meeting summaries, and green AI, using AI for sustainability, optimizing energy, climate modeling. That's a growing field. And, the bigger societal conversations like universal basic income might gain traction if automation really takes off significantly. That could reshape work entirely.
It's a lot to think about. But throughout this, the stories of adaptation are really inspiring. Michael, the lawyer, using AI for contracts, now studying ethics. Sophia, the teacher, personalizing lessons. Lime, moving from manual labor to managing an AI warehouse. These folks show it's possible not just to survive, but to thrive. So, the roadmap for your career. First, keep learning. Just start somewhere. One course. Second, network. Connect with people in tech. Understand the trends. Third, experiment. Try AI tools in your job now. Fourth, hone those human skills, creativity, empathy, leadership. AI can't touch those. And finally, stay curious, follow the news, keep learning, because the future of work isn't just something happening to you. You can actively shape your path within it.
Absolutely. And the core message, I think, is that while AI changes how we work, our human purpose, our creativity, our connection actually becomes even more important.
That's a powerful thought to end on. We really hope this deep dive has given you some valuable insights, a clearer picture of how AI is reshaping careers, automating tasks, yes, but also creating incredible opportunities and making us rethink work itself. The key takeaway: you have the power to shape how AI impacts your career. By learning, adapting, and seeing AI as a partner, you can absolutely thrive. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel to keep learning with us. Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise, get straight to the insights that really matter.
That's the plan.
And today, we're taking a deep dive into something that's, well, it's changing everything. Artificial intelligence.
Big topic.
Huge for students, teachers, anyone on a learning journey, really. So the big question we're tackling is, is AI truly a help? Is it enhancing learning, making it more accessible?
Or is it the flip side? Does it pose a real hindrance, maybe undermining some crucial human stuff?
Exactly. It's a central question, right? With huge implications for how we learn, how we work for years to come. We've pulled together a whole stack of sources to unpack this for you.
Yeah, and that idea of maybe a complex tool or a two-sided coin, that feels spot on.
Definitely.
So our mission today, basically, is to pull out the critical insights from all this material. We'll look at AI's amazing potential, personalizing learning, streamlining things for educators, for professionals, expanding access in ways that, honestly, were just dreams before.
Yeah.
But, and this is important, we also need to take a really critical look. The serious concerns, things like the digital divide, data security challenges, and maybe most importantly, that irreplaceable human connection. The bedrock of good education and collaboration.
Yeah.
Learning's always evolved with tech, hasn't it? Think about it. The printing press, way back when, democratizing books, then the internet, unlocking all these digital resources. So where does AI fit in that long line of innovation? That's what we need to figure out.
That's a great way to frame it historically. So thinking about that, how far back does AI in education actually go? Because I have a feeling it's not as recent as people might think.
You're absolutely right. Its roots, they stretch way back to the 1960s, actually.
Wow, 60s.
Yeah, with these early computer-based learning systems. There was one called Plato, Programmed Logic for Automatic Teaching Operations. Kind of a mouthful.
Yeah.
But these were groundbreaking for their time. Designed to deliver basic adaptive content, really laid the groundwork for individualized instruction later on. Yeah. Then you fast forward to the 80s and you see these expert systems popping up. Yeah. Ambitious stuff, trying to mimic human tutors.
They're trying to replace the tutor.
Sort of, yeah. But the impact was limited, mostly because, well, the computing power just wasn't there yet. They were often clunky, pretty rigid.
Right.
The real turning point, the leap that got us to where we are now, that really happened in the 21st century, we saw these incredible exponential advances in machine learning, NLP, natural language processing.
Understanding language.
Exactly. And of course, big data. Those three things together. That's what enabled the sophisticated AI tools we see today. Tools that can actually learn, understand, process information in ways that were impossible before.
Okay, so that's the backstory. Fast forward to now. What is AI actually doing right now in classrooms, learning environments?
Well, today, those advances are showing up everywhere. Lots of powerful AI tools across the whole educational spectrum.
Like what? Give us some examples.
Okay, so you've got intelligent tutoring systems. Think Carnegie Learning Mania. It doesn't just give math problems. It adapts to your specific needs, figures out where you're going wrong conceptually.
Personalized feedback.
Exactly. Then there are automated grading platforms. GradeScope is a big one. Can evaluate assignments, even coding submissions, pretty accurately, not just multiple choice.
Saves teachers time, I bet.
Huge time saver.
Yeah.
And AI is deeply embedded now in things like Google Classroom, modern learning management systems,
Streamlining all those organizational tasks, just making things run smoother.
And the money flowing into this, it's just incredible, right? I saw a projection, something like the global AI in education.
That $20 billion, it definitely signals a major shift. Education moving towards more tech-driven, data-informed models. Governments, institutions, they're seeing AI's potential to scale quality education. Maybe tackle things like teacher shortages.
Makes sense.
But, and here's the nuance, this adoption is definitely not uniform. Not at all. Wealthier institutions, especially in developed countries, they're way ahead, right? They can afford the cutting-edge stuff.
Well, others are struggling.
Exactly.
Schools in low-income regions, they might lack reliable internet or even enough devices for every kid. So this digital divide, it could actually make inequalities worse.
student learns their pace, their performance data, and then create these really tailored learning pathways. The system adapts to the student, not the other way around.
Any examples of that in action?
Sure. Platforms like Dreambox Learning, they use machine learning to adjust math lessons in real time. If you get it quickly, it gets harder. Struggling, it might offer different explanations, break it down more.
That sounds incredibly useful.
And it seems to work. There was a university study in
2022 found students using these AI adaptive platforms. Their math scores improved by an average of 15% compared to traditional classrooms.
15%. That's a real jump.
makes education way more inclusive. We'll take Microsoft's Immersive Reader. Uses NLP to read text aloud, highlights words, changes fonts, huge for dyslexia or visual impairments,
Right.
or speech-to-text software, like Dragon, naturally speaking, empowers students with motor disabilities. They can dictate their thoughts, engage with writing tasks, gets around physical limits. These tools really open doors.
Democratizing access.
Exactly. And what's amazing is the scalability. Personalized attention used to be a luxury. Right? AI can extend that tailored learning.
To millions. Look at Khan Academy. Uses AI to recommend practice problems based on your progress. Serves people globally. Huge. Where there are teacher shortages. And yes, AI can definitely automate a lot of that. Grading systems, for example, are getting really good. A 2021 study found AI graders were like 90% consistent with humans for objective stuff.
Multiple choice, things like that.
Yeah. And even for subjective tasks, like essays, consistency was still around 80%. That accuracy, plus the speed. It's a game changer for workload.
80% is still pretty good for essays.
It is. And AI helps with classroom management, too. Tools like Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams. They integrate scheduling, assignments, communication. There was a case study, 2023 in South Africa. Schools using AI management systems saw a 30% reduction in teachers' admin time.
30%. That's wow. That frees up teachers to actually teach, connect with students, plan better lessons. That's invaluable.
Totally. It shifts the focus back to the core of teaching.
Okay, fascinating. So AI frees up teachers, personalizes learning. What about the bigger picture? Getting education to underserved areas globally. Can AI really democratize learning for the millions, maybe billions, who lack it?
This is where the potential feels almost revolutionary, For democratization, making high-quality resources accessible to communities that have been historically left out.
How does that work practically?
Well, online platforms like Coursera, Udemy, Byju's, they use AI to recommend courses, deliver content globally. Doesn't matter where you are or your economic background, theoretically.
And mobile access is key there.
Absolutely. In many regions, traditional schools are just scarce or hard to reach. So AI-driven mobile apps.
They bring education right to a student's device. Byju's, again, over 100 million students in India, many in rural areas. That mobile access bridges huge gaps.
What about That's incredible. Reaching learners in refugee camps. Okay, so AI supports students in amazing ways. What about the teachers themselves? Does it empower them, give them new tools, or does it just, I don't know, make them feel like they're becoming obsolete?
That's a really important question because it's not just about the students. AI is also empowering teachers through professional development in powerful ways, augmenting what they do.
Wow.
Well, platforms like TeachFX use AI to analyze classroom interactions.
Analyzing conversations.
Yeah, it can give teachers detailed objective feedback, like how much are they talking versus the students. That kind of data can be incredibly insightful for growth. A pilot in California schools 2023 found teachers using this feedback saw an 18% jump in student engagement.
18%. Wow. So AI gives them actionable insights.
Exactly. Helps them improve their teaching, make classrooms more dynamic, and AI also supports their own ongoing learning, kind of like on-demand PD. Platforms like Athena analyze recorded lessons, suggest areas for improvement. Really helpful where traditional PD is limited.
Okay, but here's a common concern I hear. Does AI stifle creativity? Critical thinking? Does it just spoon-feed answers? You seem to be suggesting the opposite is possible. How does that work? It feels counterintuitive.
It does, and it's a great point to raise. But no, used thoughtfully, AI can actually enhance creativity, not stifle it. It becomes a tool for exploration, for refinement, not a replacement for thinking.
Okay, examples.
In creative fields, tools like Canva have AI design suggestions. Adobe Sensei features. They help students experiment with complex projects, get real-time guidance.
Like a collaborator?
Sort of, yeah. In writing, tools like Grammarly or Pro Writing Aid suggest improvements in style, grammar, structure. It's like having a superpowered editor. A 2024 study found students using these tools felt 20% more confident in their writing.
So it builds confidence, not dependence.
Ideally, yes. And in STEM science, tech, engineering, math, AI actively fosters problem solving. Platforms like RUPL.it suggest code improvements, helping students learn by doing, by trial and error. IBM Watson helps students analyze complex data sets. Another 2024 study showed kids using AI in project-based learning were 25% more likely to pursue STEM careers.
25% more likely.
Yeah.
That's fostering interest, not just skills. Okay, impressive. What about those of us already out of school? Lifelong learning is crucial now, right? Keeping skills sharp.
Absolutely vital. And AI is profoundly transforming adult and lifelong learning too. The job market changes so fast, continuous upskilling isn't a luxury, it's essential for staying relevant.
So how does AI help there?
Platforms like LinkedIn Learning or Degreed use algorithms to recommend courses based on your career goals, your identified skill gaps. It's highly personalized, efficient, directly applicable.
Efficient is key for busy professionals.
Totally, and the data backs it up. A 2023 report found 68% of professionals using these AI platforms finished courses faster than traditional methods. So AI makes lifelong learning accessible, efficient, targeted, really relevant for people needing to adapt quickly.
Okay, we've heard a lot about the help side. Incredible potential.
Hmm.
But now we have to look at the other edge of that sword. What are the complex challenges, the big concerns, the things that could really hinder AI if we're not careful?
Right. It's a crucial pivot because, yeah, for all its promise, AI integration carries real risks. Big ones. Could hinder effectiveness, even make existing problems worse.
Like what? What's top of the list?
Equity. The digital divide. AI's promise hinges on access, right? And access is profoundly uneven. That 2023 report. 43% of students worldwide lack reliable internet. 26% don't have personal devices.
Almost half lack internet.
Yeah. So a huge chunk of the world's students simply can't access these AI tools. This risks making inequalities even worse. A 2024 study found affluent U.S. school districts were 3 times more likely to use AI tutoring than low-income ones.
Widening the gap.
Exactly. And even when tech is available, the AI itself might stumble. Like that example in India 2023, where an AI misinterpreted regional dialects, led to inaccurate, frustrating feedback. Cultural context matters.
Yeah, digital divide, equity.
Yeah.
What else?
Data security
Mm-hmm.
and privacy. Big concerns. AI in education collects vast amounts of data. Performance, behavior, clicks, time spent. Sensitive stuff.
Yeah, very sensitive.
The sheer volume raises risks. Exposure, misuse. Remember that data breach in 2022? Exposed personal info of 2 million students.
Right.
Caused huge outrage.
I remember that.
And while there were regulations like GDPR in Europe, FERPA in the US, enforcement can be patchy. Lots of AI tools operate in this sort of regulatory gray area, and transparency is often lacking. Parents, students, they often don't know how the data is being used. A 2024 survey found 70% of parents were concerned. 45% said they'd actively limit their kids' use because of it.
That's a significant number actively limiting use. Okay, what about over-reliance, both for students and teachers?
Yeah, another big risk, AI's instant feedback. Efficient, yes, but it can lead to students becoming overly dependent, undermining their ability to think independently, problem solve without prompts, learn through productive struggle.
The struggle is where learning happens sometimes.
Exactly. A 2024 study saw students using AI writing help actually showed a 10% reduction in long-term writing skill development.
Ouch. Reduction.
Yeah, and for teachers, over-reliance could diminish their role. Automated grading is efficient, sure, but might miss nuance, creativity.
Yeah.
Could lead to incomplete evaluations, plus the risk of de-skilling. Teachers losing expertise as AI takes over curriculum design assessment. A 2023 Education Association report warned about eroding professional autonomy, turning teachers into just text facilitators.
That's worrying. And it links to assessment accuracy, right? AI grading isn't perfect, especially for subjective stuff.
Not at all, especially subjective assessments. Essays need cultural, emotional insight AI struggles with. That 2023 example where AI misinterpreted an essay on Indigenous history gave it a low score because it lacked cultural context.
Couldn't grasp the nuance.
Right, and there's a risk. AI assessments prioritize easily measured stuff over holistic development, creativity, empathy. A 2024 study found AI assessments systematically undervalued creative writing by 15% compared to humans. They struggle with non-standard expression.
15% undervaluation.
That's significant.
Okay, perhaps the deepest concern for many, the human element.
Yeah, I think this resonates deeply. Education is fundamentally human, isn't it? Built on relationships, subtle cues, shared moments, mentorship. AI, no matter how smart, just can't replicate empathy, intuition, true mentorship.
That gut feeling a teacher gets.
Exactly. A teacher sees disengagement, understands underlying reasons, offers tailored encouragement. An algorithm might miss that, and students feel it. That 2024 survey, 68% preferred human-led classes over purely AI ones, cited the lack of personal connection.
They want the human touch.
Yeah, and virtual classrooms powered only by AI. They might lack those crucial social dynamics. Teamwork, negotiation, listening skills. A 2023 study found students in AI-driven virtual classes reported higher feelings of isolation.
Isolation. That's the opposite of what education should foster. Okay, these are really significant concerns, highlights that delicate balance. So let's make this concrete. Let's look at some real-world examples. How does this help and hindrance play out globally?
Absolutely. Case studies really ground these ideas. Let's start with Finland.
Known for great education.
Exactly. Known for being equitable, student-centered. They've embraced AI, but carefully. Their platform, Claimed, uses machine learning to analyze student engagement, give resources, but crucially, it gives teachers actionable insights.
Insights for the teacher, not replacing them.
Right. A 2023 pilot, 50 schools, saw a 20% increase in student engagement, especially struggling learners. Teachers said it helped them spot at-risk students earlier, allowing timely human intervention. But, key point, Finland's success is tied to its great tech infrastructure, an already equitable system.
Context matters. Okay, where next?
Rural India, very different picture. Teacher shortages, vast distances, limited infrastructure. Here, platforms like Byju's, Vedantu, they've been transformative, delivering interactive lessons via smartphones to remote areas.
Reaching millions.
Over 100 million for Byju's, mostly math and science. A 2024 study found users improved test scores by about 12%. Big challenges remain. Unreliable internet, cost of premium features is a barrier for many, creates new inequalities. And some worry about the focus just being on test prep, rote learning, maybe not broader curriculum goals.
So access, but with caveats, what about higher education, maybe in the U.S.?
Good example. Georgia Tech, pioneers here. They developed an AI teaching assistant, Jill Watson.
Jill Watson.
Sounds friendly.
Yeah, based on IBM's Watson. Answers student questions in online courses, handles routine stuff, deadlines, logistics, reduces instructor workload. A 2023 evaluation. Students found Jill helpful 85% of the time for those routine queries, comparable to human TAs.
Efficient for the basics.
Really? But students got frustrated when Jill couldn't handle complex, nuanced questions, things needing deeper context, abstract thought. Shows AI is great for routine, but human oversight, intervention, is still essential.
Need the professor for the tricky stuff. Okay, one more. Maybe somewhere with even bigger access challenges.
Sub-Saharan Africa, education access limited by poverty, conflict, distance. Here, AI is making inroads via mobile solutions. The nonprofit and the education uses AI to deliver SMS-based lessons.
SMS text messages.
Yeah, basic text messages. Adapts content to skill level, gives feedback via SMS. Accessible even on basic phones, which are more common than...
Perfectly.
Right. So these case studies really show the spectrum. Huge possibilities, stubborn realities. Okay, let's shift focus now to careers. How AI is reshaping our professional lives. Feels like a tidal wave for many people, right? Disruptive, sure, but maybe also full of surprising opportunities.
That's a really good way to put it, a tidal wave. And yeah, we hear so much about disruption, that's real. The worry, is AI going to take my job? It's a fair question.
The data shows some automation is happening.
It does. Estimates like what, up to 30% of current tasks could be automated by 2030? Some reports flag maybe 85 million jobs seeing some displacement by 2027.
Where are we seeing that most?
Crucial distinction, yes. AI tends to automate tasks. Specific, repetitive things. Not usually entire jobs wholesale. It's great at data entry, simple FAQs, but strategic thinking, creative problem solving, that nuanced emotional intelligence humans have. AI can't replicate that.
So human skills become even more valuable.
Exactly. Often more valuable because the routine stuff gets handled. It frees people up for higher level work.
Okay, that shifts the narrative. Not just job loss, but job evolution. And here's the exciting part, right? AI isn't just taking roles, it's creating them fast.
Precisely. We've seen like a 74% year-over-year jump in AI-related job postings. Predictions suggest maybe 97 million new jobs by 2027. Suggests a net gain, actually.
97 million new jobs. What kind of jobs are these?
Interesting ones. Completely new paths. AI specialists, data scientists, machine learning engineers, the folks building these systems, but also AI systems, governance specialists, ensuring fairness, transparency, human AI interaction designers making tech intuitive, AI trainers, data annotators, the humans teaching the AI, plus cybersecurity roles protecting it all. It's amazing how quickly these roles pop up. Didn't exist a few years ago.
It's like a whole new ecosystem growing. Okay, let's dig into specific industries. How does this look on the ground? Healthcare, maybe? Huge AI impact there.
Oh, absolutely. Healthcare's seen incredible things. Diagnostics, AI analyzing medical images, spotting cancer sometimes better than experts, virtual health assistants for patient support, speeding up drug discovery massively.
What happens to doctors and nurses?
Their roles evolve. They need to be tech-savvy, comfortable with AI tools, interpreting outputs, making those final human judgments. New roles pop up, like clinical data scientists. Remember Leela, the nurse? Her hospital used AI for patient outcomes. She learned data literacy, could interpret the AI, translate it, even spot AI errors. Became an essential human bridge.
Enhancing human skill, not replacing it. Does that pattern hold in education too?
Very similar. AI personalizes learning, automates admin like grading, scheduling, plagiarism checks. Teachers stay central, but their role shifts more towards facilitating learning with these tools, like Sarah, the high school teacher using AI for lesson plans, frees her up for mentoring, creative activities, and new roles emerge. EdTech developers, curriculum designers focused on AI integration.
Okay. Creative fields next. Lots of anxiety there, right? Artists, writers.
It's definitely more collaboration than replacement from what we see. Tools like Midjourney generate concept art from prompts, supercharging brainstorming. AI composes background music, helps writers with drafts, editing, even film scripts.
So creatives are using it as a tool.
Exactly. Boosting productivity, exploring ideas faster. Emma, the graphic designer, uses Midjourney for initial concepts, gets hundreds of ideas fast, but she provides the artistic vision, the refinement, and new roles are emerging. Prompt engineers, AI content curators.
Interesting. Okay, finance. AI must be huge there.
Oh, big time. Robo-advisors are common now. Banks use AI constantly for fraud detection, catching dodgy stuff in real time. High-frequency trading is all AI algorithms. Customer service often starts with a chatbot.
And the humans.
They're using AI for deeper analysis, better predictions. Like Raj, the advisor using AI analytics. Offered smarter investment advice, boosted his value. And you see new roles. Algorithmic traders, AI compliance officers.
Makes sense. What about more physical industries? Manufacturing, logistics?
Yes, huge automation and optimization. Smart factories using AI to monitor production, predict maintenance needs, avoid downtime, optimizing supply chains. AI vision for quality control faster, more accurate.
But that means fewer assembly line jobs.
Yes, traditional assembly work is declining, but new roles are growing fast. Robotics technicians, AI supply chain analysts, predictive maintenance engineers. Look at Carlos, the factory worker who retrained as an AI system operator. He manages the robots now, often a shift to higher skilled, better paying work. Adaptation is key.
Adaptation, again. Retail and e-commerce. We interact with AI there daily, probably without realizing it.
Constantly. Personalization, those product recommendations that read your mind,
As AI. Optimizing inventory, customer service chat, virtual try-on tools.
How does it change roles for store staff?
It shifts them. Aisha, the store manager, using AI for inventory.
Complex regulations.
The lawyers aren't obsolete.
Not at all. They gain efficiency. But human judgments for strategy, client interaction, court appearances, absolutely essential. Maria, the paralegal using AI contract analysis, made herself invaluable, freed up for complex work. And again, new roles, AI legal tech specialist, compliance data analyst.
Okay, crystal clear. Across the board, AI know-how isn't just a plus anymore, it's becoming essential. So what are the core skills people need for this era?
Number one, I'd say basic tech literacy. Not being a coding genius
Necessarily, but understanding fundamentals. Knowing some programming helps, sure, maybe Python or R for data work, but also just being familiar with AI tools, even no-code platforms. And crucially, adaptability. Skill 2. This field changes so fast. You have to be flexible. Embrace continuous learning, blogs, webinars, whatever works. And be willing to experiment. Try AI tools in your job. Like Priya, the project manager who tried AI features in her software. Streamlined her team's work because she gave it a go.
Be curious, try things out. Skill 3.
Critical thinking. Super important. AI isn't perfect, right? Humans must check its work.
Definitely.
AI makes mistakes, can be inconsistent, inaccurate. So we need humans to interpret outputs critically, question assumptions, spot discrepancies, especially in sensitive areas like hiring or loans, like Jamal, the HR manager catching bias in a hiring tool. That human oversight is non-negotiable.
Human judgment remains key. And the last one.
Soft skills. The stuff AI just can't do. This is huge. Creativity, thinking innovatively, empathy, understanding people, building relationships, communication, explaining complex things clearly. Think of Chloe, the sales rep. AI found leads, but her emotional intelligence built trust and closed deals. That synergy is powerful.
Tech skills, adaptability, critical thinking, soft skills. Okay, if you're listening, thinking, how do I build these? Resources are everywhere now, right? Online courses, boot camps, certifications.
Absolutely. Free tools to tinker with too. Lots of options.
Okay, but look, while there's opportunity, we have to acknowledge the challenges for careers. Job displacement is a real concern for some roles.
It is, especially repetitive ones. The best strategy, actively upskill. Focus on what AI can't easily do. Strategy,
Complex problem solving, human interaction. Like Juan, the warehouse worker retraining to maintain robots. He adapted, secured a more future-proof role.
Then there's the ethical side, AI bias.
Huge. Could widen inequality. Personally, you need to be proactive. Seek out free resources, YouTube, open source tools. Check community colleges, libraries for affordable tech courses. Be resourceful.
Okay, last challenge, just burnout. The speed of change is intense.
It really can be overwhelming. Vital to pace yourself. Learn one thing at a time, not everything at once. Prioritize well-being. See if your employer offers support training time, mental health resources. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Absolutely. Looking globally, AI's impact varies, doesn't it?
Definitely. North America,
Yeah.
big on innovation, high demand for AI engineers, but also seeing displacement. Europe, strong focus on regulation, trust, the EU AI Act, creating compliance jobs. Asia, massive investment, tons of startups. And Africa, using AI creatively in agriculture, healthcare, sparking entrepreneurship, though training access is a challenge. Remember Amina, the farmer in Kenya, using an AI app for crops, but also training as a data annotator. Shows how new opportunities emerge anywhere.
That's a great illustration.
Right.
Okay, looking ahead, 2030 and beyond, what emerging trends should we watch?
Definitely more human-AI collaboration. These centaur models, humans and AI working together, playing the strengths. Doctors using AI diagnostics, making the final call. Writers co-creating with AI. That synergy.
It makes sense.
Also, AI enhancing remote work, better virtual tools, AI meeting summaries, and green AI using AI for sustainability, optimizing energy, climate modeling, growing field, and the bigger societal talks like universal basic income, might gain traction if automation accelerates significantly, could reshape work entirely.
Big picture stuff. So pulling it all together, recommendations for both education and careers. To get the best out of AI, mitigate risks.
Okay, key recommendations stand out. First, invest in infrastructure, broadband access devices, bridge that digital divide. It's fundamental.
Got it.
Second, train educators and professionals, comprehensive PD. Equip people with skills for effective, ethical AI use. Empower them, don't replace them.